Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and today I'm going to make a beautiful card using Blossoms in Bloom. I haven't actually made it yet. I've just kind of cut some pieces and things of what I want to do with it, but before I do that, there's a couple of things I want to show you. We just got in the new August through December mini catalog for 2020, and it is so full of fun stuff. I can't wait to show you some of the things that I have gotten and some of the things I'm going to be making. I can't open the catalog for you just yet until it goes active on August the 4th. But if you would like to get your hands on one of these catalogs and be able to shop with some of the things that are in here, I would love to send one to you. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be yours. So, and I am actually holding a special right now from July 10th until July 31st. I am celebrating my 2-year Stampiversary with Stampin' Up! So, if you purchase $50 worth from my website, then I'm going to gift you with a card or with a stamp set from my stash along with a package of embellishments. So I would love to bless you with that, and I would love for you to help me celebrate my 2-year anniversary. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is this. I started playing with the Blossoms in Bloom stamp set this morning, and I stamped it a little bit slanted. Do you see that? Well, you know what? That's probably good enough, but I'm not one who likes good enough. I actually like perfectionism. Ooh, I hate to say it, but I do. So I'm going to fix this, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it. I brought in a small piece of Whisper White and my black Memento ink, and I'm just going to stamp thank you right here in the middle, like that. And even that one is a little bit crooked, but it's okay. And I'm going to bring in my classic label punch, and I'm just going to punch this out right in here. Let me use this side. Yep, right about like that. Then I'm going to place some small dimensionals on the back side of it. Then I'm just going to place this right up here at the top, and I'm going to cover up that mistake that I made, just like that. And that's crooked too. It's really hard to get it even when you can't get your head over it, but I don't want to stick my head under the camera. The last thing that I'm going to do is, since I've popped that up on embellishments and I'm making it a little bit fancier, I'm going to add some embellishments to it. So these are the champagne rhinestones. I'm just going to add, I'm going to put one right in here. I'm going to put one right in here, I believe. And right down in here. And that fixed my card and made it even more beautiful, in my opinion. If I had not put this on and not put the embellishments on, it would have been classified as simple stamping. But because I added the embellishments, that popped it up just a little bit of a notch. But isn't that card beautiful? It's so pretty. I love this stamp set. This morning was the first time that I've ever used it. Today, for my project, I'm not even going to use the stamp set. Today, I'm going to use the dies, and I'll give you a sneak peek at these dies. Look how big they are. They're fabulous. And you can do one color and then do one another color and overlay them so that you have, this is a better way to see it, so that you have dimension and you have colors. Okay, I'm actually only going to use this type die today. And I've already pre-cut a few things. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a basic black card base. It is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and it's scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to set that aside. Then I have a Magenta Madness. Now I'm going to be honest with you people. When I saw this, I'm just like, that is really pink. A little too pink for me. But when you add it with the right colors, and black is one of those. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? It really will work, and it's really nice. Now, some people saw this and fell madly in love with it. I'm not that much of a pink girl, but it is very pretty with the way I'm going to do it. This is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then I brought another piece of basic black that I'm going to layer on top of it. And it is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Yes, okay. And all of these measurements will actually be on my website, on my blog, that you can just go, and they're all printed up. And they'll also be in the bottom of this YouTube video in the description. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, and I've already cut these out just to save some time. And when I first did it, I cut out the whole thing thinking I was just going to use the whole thing. This alone would be stunning. It would be gorgeous. But I saw a card that Kylie Bertucci did, and I thought, I really like the way she did that. I think I'm going to do the same thing. And basically what she did was she used 3 different colors. So instead of doing the entire thing, cutting the entire piece out, I didn't want to waste that much paper. This is the way I'm going to do it. You got the vision now? Okay, well, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. I'll fast forward through that, or I'll get started and then I'll cut away and come back to it. And then I'll show you what I'll do next. Okay, I've got it all glued on, and I'm going to tell you I did it the hard way. And you can even see I have more glue than I need to have in some places. I'm just going to be honest with you. I am in Florida at my other little house. We have a small house down in Fort Myers, and it's a little vacation home. And I am crafting from there. I took everything I could think of, but I forgot my silicone mat, and I forgot my little foam ring thing, my little foam thing that I oftentimes will apply glue with. I brought my adhesive sheets because I'm going to use it for my July online card class for butterflies, but I forgot to use them. So go figure. My those silicone sheets, or those adhesive sheets, would have made this so much easier. Okay, so I'm just going to blot that a little bit. It'll dry. It might be a little shiny, but it'll still be a beautiful card, okay? So, don't do as I say, or don't do as I do. I guess I should say don't do as I say, but, or, no, I guess it should say don't do as I do, but do as I say. Because it would be a whole lot easier for me if I had used the adhesive sheets. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this off around the edges, okay? And there may be some pieces that I'll end up having to line up and re-glue, and that's okay. Alright, so I got all of that cut off, and I still have pieces that I can use for another card, so I'm just going to set these aside. The next thing I'm going to do is to stamp my sentiment, and I am using a strip of Magenta Madness, and I'm just going to stamp thank you into the center of it. It's hard for me to do that straight and not get my head in the picture, so I'm just going to use my classic label punch again. I'm just going to line it up, and I think I'm going to do it about like this, and you'll see in a second why. Now I'm going to start putting it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on to my card front and the base. One of my newer team members over the weekend at our team meeting said she struggles to get this on evenly. And I've said this a few times in my videos, but I will repeat it because there's always new people that are coming on. If you line up your opposing corners and you make sure that they have the same amount of space, it will all end up fitting perfectly, okay? I'll show you again, like this. Make sure that you have the same amount of space in those corners, and everything else will line up. Now, I did notice this was a little loose, so I'm just going to put just a tiny bit here, just a little smidge there. Okay, I'm going to bring in my mini dimensionals again, along with my Take Your Pick tool. Before I do that, I'm going to lay that right there. Before I do that, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut an end off of it right here, and I'm going to line it up with this Magenta Madness base right here. So now I'll go ahead and put these on the back. I don't know about you guys, but where I'm at in Fort Myers, it's like South Florida. Whew, I'm here to tell you, it is hot. I don't know why we're visiting in July, and well, I do know. Because of COVID, we were sheltered in place for so long, and the borders of Florida were pretty much locked down. They weren't allowing people that weren't full-time residents to come in and out too much. And my husband is military, and he was on, they were like doing restrictions on travel orders and stuff. There we go. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I don't know if I have any more Magenta Madness in here, but these are the 2022, I do, in color enamel dots. And I am going to just put a few of these in here. Now, I am going to tell you something about these. I'm crazy about all of Stampin' Up's products, but for some reason, the first batch of these that came out ended up coming off too easily. The domes would come off the color back. And so what I do before I put them on is just kind of press them a little bit. And then I press them down again to make sure they stay really well. So here are my two cards using that stamp set and the dies. They're completely different, but they're both absolutely gorgeous. If you would like to purchase these, please feel free to go to my website at www.mypaperconnection.com and hit shop. And if you go to my blog that features this video, go all the way down to the bottom of the blog. All of the supplies, all of the measurements, everything about this card is listed in there. And you can just click on the supply and it'll take you directly to my store. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy these projects. And I hope if you have not already, you'll just hit subscribe and ring the bell and you'll get notice of future videos. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. I do the best I can to answer all comments. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye now.